Unfortunately, its true purpose is something much more sinister. Entertainers and celebrities are the court jesters of the modern day, dancing by virtually every metric imaginable. This planet is in very good health. After 4 years of claiming that a wall is too expensive and somehow racist, there is now a wall around the Capitol. It is tall, has barbed wires, and armed guards at the entrance. This wall went up without a problem. I would like to point out that BLM and Antifa have been burning down cities for years, and the entire DNC has been telling us that they are mostly peaceful protests. President Trump even offered to send in the National Guard to deal with the problem, but the governors refused. Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago even banned protests on her street and used the police that she wanted to defund as her personal security. However, once the Democrats realized that their place of business was threatened, they enhanced security with this wall that practically went up overnight. However, Pelosi is still scared of the enemy within and the scary people that have guns. The real enemy is the socialists like Pelosi and the Squad, but I digress. So why not disarm the Capitol Police? Because the first thing that you are going to do if anyone gets past your wall is to hide behind someone with a gun and hope that they have good aim. President Trump advertised hydroxychloroquine to fight the virus, and as a result, the FDA made it illegal. Now that Biden is in office, it is suddenly legal. When the perfectly safe Heal Light was advertised by Trump, suddenly it was taken off the market and social media. And anyone who disagrees with Fauci has their videos taken down from YouTube. Now Fauci is backing the plan to get children back in school after all of this time. However, will the teachers' unions allow it if they do not get their demands, such as defunding the police? Meanwhile, the FDA has refused to create a database of adverse effects of the China virus vaccine. As I am sure you know, if you are harmed because of a vaccine, you have no legal recourse whatsoever. This is so that the sheeple do not learn how dangerous forced medication is, so that they will accept it blindly. Thought: if you are vaccinated and I am not, I am no threat to you. However, there may come a day when you cannot do business unless you have a vaccination against the 4-year virus. Pelosi bought a huge stock in Tesla right after Biden's executive order on electric cars.
Hey, there's something awfully screwy going on around here.
The Keystone XL pipeline, when finished, will be able to move 800,000 barrels of oil per day. One tanker truck can hold 190 barrels of crude oil. Assuming that these trucks went back and forth non-stop and carried a full load, to match the efficiency, we would need 4,210 trucks. While not a one-to-one comparison, a fully loaded 18-wheeler needs 413 gallons of fuel to go from Canada to Galveston. 4,210 fully loaded 18-wheelers would be 1,738,730 gallons of fuel and emissions. Obama's EPA said that this pipeline was the best option for the environment. I guess old Joe is not going to let the science guide him here. This is why half of the GOP is supporting the Power Act. This prohibits the president or administration officials from restricting the energy sector without congressional oversight. You did not read that title incorrectly. It is true. Granted, it is not a matter of legislation, simply about the Reddit controversy, but I say take what you can get. I do not think that I need to break down the GameStop Reddit controversy at this point, as the facts have been well established. Throughout the economic shutdown, we have seen Pelosi at a hair salon, Newsom at the French Laundry, and many other COVID hypocrites. Now apps and investors are changing the rules to benefit hedge fund managers and big investors. The Robinhood app even kept people from buying stock. A classic example of rules for thee, not for me. Imagine a judge that owns stock in a prison system and gets more money for every prisoner that is in there. What about a governor or a police chief? Those are not hypotheticals. These are real occurrences. As a libertarian, I believe that if something can be done by the free market, it should be done by the free market and not by the government. By executive order, Biden has limited the federal government's use of private prisons. Now, as I understand it, this is an order for how a federal agency is run, but should still go through Congress. I am sure that there is a lot more legalese involved that I have no hope of understanding, but I digress. If the judge, governor, or police chief does not have a financial incentive to keep the prison full, they may stop sending people there for silly things and may be more willing to let the reformed leave. Governor Abbott has signed an executive order mandating that all state agencies prepare to challenge federal overreach. Federal overreach did not start with any one president, but it goes back to each prior I mentioned about 2.5 minutes ago that Cruz and AOC were on the same page. However, she still hates him because he somehow tried to kill her. For goodness sake, this is the same woman that was scared of the garbage disposal in her sink.
Okay, everyone, I need your help because I just moved into this apartment a few months ago and I flipped this switch and it made that noise and it scared the daylights out of me. I am told this is a garbage disposal. I've never seen a garbage disposal. I never had one in any place I've ever lived. It is terrifying. I don't know what to use it for or what its purpose is. Like food scraps? Like, is this environmentally sound? I don't know.
He somehow incited violence by saying that there are problems with the Electoral College votes. Question: how is her party inciting BLM and Antifa, not violence? Cruz incited no violence, and now she is calling for him to resign, while he is demanding an apology. She will not apologize, but she will find a way to justify the actions of the BLM and Antifa terrorists. Donald Trump was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for doing what no other politician in the Western world was capable of: creating working peace deals across the Middle East. Granted, that prize has long since been meaningless, ever since Barack Obama got the prize just for running for president. Instead of looking for peaceful solutions, he just decided to bomb countries into oblivion and drag our country into even more conflicts. Now, Black Lives Matter, the Marxist organization that burns down black-owned businesses, hoping that this will fix unrelated problems, has been nominated for the same prize. No justice, no peace. This was their rallying cry. I question the wisdom of nominating a group or person that advocates violence as their primary means of communication for the Nobel Peace Prize, but as I said, it has already lost all meaning. Biden and Pelosi, in my humble opinion, are two of the biggest pieces of scum in Washington, despite what the Catholic Church expressly and explicitly teaches on abortion. They continue to let countless children be murdered for the crime of being inconvenient. These two should not only be denied communion, but should be excommunicated from the Catholic Church if they do not publicly retract their stance on abortion. Some people refer to this as weaponizing communion, but in reality, you cannot kill children from Monday to Saturday and then claim that you love all of God's children on Sunday. In 1954, on the heels of Brown v. Board of Education, the New Orleans Archbishop Joseph Francis Ramel did this very thing. He excommunicated politicians who refused to denounce segregation, and as a result of this, and several lawsuits, schools in the Archdiocese were integrated. People like Tim Tebow and myself could have been killed while still in the womb. I thank God every day that my mother chose life and let me enter this world. So many other children will never get that because of Pelosi and Biden. Elon Musk is under fire for not hiring someone who is not even a citizen of this country. Furthermore, he is even being investigated by the Department of Justice for it. It is almost as if a private company wants to hire Americans before foreigners. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene is under fire for her comments about a Jewish space laser. Yet, the same people attacking her have come up with conspiracy after conspiracy of how Donald Trump, via the Russians, stole the election without a single shred of evidence. It is all just a distraction from the real problems, such as Biden's limitless executive orders, or the fact that his plan to stop the China virus is the exact same as Trump's, except Biden wants us to wear 2 masks. People are focused on the Super Bowl as grown men fight over a ball and are not concerned about the important things like the state of our country and evangelism. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow me on social media.